Good afternoon, sir. Today I am Andres SA from Fisipol Public Administration with student number E10122221012. Will present about my vocabulary drill. We have word, definition, and the Indonesian word. First word is abundant. The word abundant refers to something that exists in huge quantities, plentiful or excessed. For example, could be things like natural resources, emotion, or opportunities. As for the Indonesian word of this English word, it means melimpah. And the second word is acquire. The definition is acquire means obtain or gain possession of something by conscious decision or by effort to do it. The Indonesian word of this English word was memperoleh and mendapatkan. The third one is adequate. It means sufficient or satisfactory for some particular purposes, like indicates that something is enough to meet certain requirement and no need to be more than that. The Indonesian words of this English word is mencukupi and memadai. The fourth word is advocate. The definition is a word that usually refers to someone who support, defend, or recommend certain policy, cause, or individual publicly, and is usually someone who speaks up for others and acts as their representative. And the Indonesian word of advocate is advokat, not some kind of a fruit, but it really means advokat, A-D-V-O-K-A-T. Number 5, we have ample, which means it refers to something that is plentiful or huge in quantity or size. It's also often used to describe sufficient amount of something to be considered adequate. The Indonesian word of this English word is cukup memadai, same like before. This is the number 6. We have constraint. Definition of constraint: it refers to an act of limiting or restricting something or someone, where it involves controls or regulations to prevent a person or thing from behaving in a certain way or goes beyond the limits. It can be in the shape of physicals like fence, wall, or barrier to limit movement. While as an abstract, it's rule or law that limits behavior. The Indonesian word of this is membatasi. Number 7, we have convey. In general, it means to communicate or express a message, feeling, or information to an individual or a group of people. It involves transferring or deliver information, ideas, or thoughts to others in various ways, from speech, writing, or actions. The Indonesian word of this English word is menyampaikan. Next up to number 8, we have a word here, dispose. It generally means to get rid of something, arrange or organize it. It involves action of eliminate or remove something from one's possession or control by discarding, selling, donate, or recycling. The Indonesian words is membuang. And now, hesitate. Number 9. It means pause or hold back in uncertainty before taking action or making a decision. Could be from fear, doubt, or reluctance to proceed, or deliberate choice to take time before acting. The Indonesian word is ragu. And number 10, we have measure. It could refer to several different things depending on the context, but it generally means to quantity or determine the size, amount of degree or degree of something like weight, length, time. The Indonesian word is ukur. We move to number 11. We have persist. It means continue firmly, stubbornly in some course of action, despite the difficulty, opposition, or discouragement. The Indonesian word is tahan. Number 12, we have proceed. It means to come before something or someone in time, order, rank, or position. Its concept can be abstract or physical, such as event, a person, ideas, or action. The Indonesian word is mendahului. On number 13, we have prosper, which means succeed, thrive, or flourish in particular endeavor, like in business, career, or personal life. It implies achieving financial or material abundance, along with attaining level of happiness, satisfaction, and well-being. The Indonesian word is makmur, means peace, or something close to it. Next word we have rely. It means depend on someone or something to support, assist, or help. It implies that one trusts and expects the other person to or thing to perform as expected to fulfill their promises or obligations. The Indonesian word is mengandalkan. Next one we have restrict. Number 15. Means limit or control something or someone's action, movement, or freedom. It's also implied on putting constraints or boundaries on certain activities, behavior, or choices to prevent them from going beyond the limits, the established limits. The Indonesian word is melarang. Next, on number 16, we have shrink. The terms of shrink has different meanings depending on the context. In general, it means to become smaller in size, either by heat or volume, by heat or moisture or pressure. But as a noun, it comes from the idea of psychiatrists help people shrink their problems or emotional distress by therapy. It could also refer to someone who reduced the size of a company or organization by cutting their workers' salary or pay grade. The Indonesian word is mengecil and mentiut. The next word, number 17, is sufficient. It refers to having something enough or something enough of something. It refers to having enough of something to achieve certain purpose or requirement. In other words, if something is sufficient, it is adequate or satisfactory for the task at hand. The Indonesian word is mencukupi. Next one, number 18, it's called tuition. It refers to a fee charged by an educational institution for instruction or teaching services. It was the amount of money that students pay to attend class or course at school, college, university, or other educational institution. The Indonesian word is kuliah. And number 19, we have vanish. It means to disappear, suddenly and completely without any trace or evidence. It could be used to describe something that has physically disappeared from sight or something that has ceased to exist. The Indonesian word is lenyap. Next, the last one, number 20, we have widespread. It refers to something that is common over a large area or among a large number of people. It can also refer to something that is commonly accepted or acknowledged by many people, or something that is abundant or prevalent. As the Indonesian word, it means menyebar and luas. That is all I can tell. Thank you for your attention.